Hello everybody, my name is Sophia and welcome to me putting my life together under the guise of a tutorial. So basically what my somehow already rambly self was trying to tell you is I have gotten into some really good creative habits over break and I'd like to continue those habits as I go back to school. Because I really like doing that, you know? I have a notebook, as you can see. I have repurposed this notebook so many times, so I also painted on the back of it because I felt like it. There are 112 lined pages inside of it and 9 blank pages. So this is what I have to work with to put my life together in an organized fashion for 2021. But first, if you're actually pretending that this is a tutorial, then the first thing you're going to want to do is to actually write out what your goals are. And I've written out my goals in this handy dandy laptop. So let's take a look at what my goals are. So these are my goals. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but at the same time they're not really all that personal, so feel free to look at them if you want to look at them. If you also do this, I started out just with bullet points, and then so every one of these was just one bullet point, and then I went back and quantified it, so I gave it a deadline, gave it, quantified it somehow, 5,000 steps a day versus just walk more often. And then after I quantified it, I extrapolated. So each of these sub-bullet points is how I'm going to achieve that goal. And then after I quantified and extrapolated, I then put it into categories because my goals fit into nice little neat categories, which makes me happy. And it also makes it easier for me to see everything. This is how I did it. It started out very not nice looking, but I like things looking nice, so I eventually made it look nice. Yeah. So those are my goals. Here's my plan. I have this notebook, as I said. I decided I would be working with these post-it notes because they kind of look aesthetic. And it's kind of an easy way to make the bullet journal aesthetic without a lot of work. And I also have this just normal college rule 70-page notebook that's for random things. So I randomly have planned out what types of pages I'm going to have in here. I have 112 pages and 9 blank pages. I don't have any wiggle room to be making mistakes. So I took the dimensions of the actual surface area of the page that I have to work with. I have planned out the different types of pages. So based off of my initial inspiration, which was to write down one good thing that happened each week, I would need a week page. So that's what this is. I also had some monthly goals. I figured I would need a month page. And I also have a day page, and it's a day page that has all the days of each week on it. So to do this, I also had to do some measuring. So from an inch from the spine, you do a vertical line, and then starting from the bottom, you go up an inch and do horizontal lines. So the label of what day it is over here, and everything I put on about the day is over here. So I plan on having in here everything that isn't school or scholarships. Those are going up here. This is where I'm going to have deadlines, important deadlines for my school and scholarships and stuff. Over here, I'm going to write down my monthly goals that are just every single month has those same goals kind of thing. So it's up where I have to look at it every single day because it's right by my door where I exit. Based off of my monthly goals, I also figured I would need an idea page or two. This is some math to calculate if I could actually do this based off of the different types of pages I wanted to do. And it barely works out, so I have only one leeway page. So yeah, it's gonna look different for you based off of what your goals are, what habits you want to form, what habits you want to break. What I failed to say while filming, because I still suck, is that your life is different from mine, and your notebook should reflect that difference. For my week page, I wanted to keep myself accountable for various creative endeavors, so as well as some habits I want to form. So I want to write 2,000 words a week, right? So I'll have probably a this is how much I want to, and that's how much I did kind of thing. As I said, there's also some habits I want to form, so I use these sticky notes because it's in a handy grid. Unfortunately, there's only 6 little things for the days of the week, but what can you do? So I just didn't include Sunday in it. What I have right now for the habits I want to form, so basically habit, there's the day, whoa, I did it that day, I did that day, blah, blah, blah. So that's the system for that. And then, of course, the sticky note for one good thing each week, which I'm going to use probably alternately, like alternating between the sticky note here and this type of sticky note to write down the one good thing that happened in that particular week. For the month page, I am using this diagonal sticky note thing, obviously, and right now I mostly have just my monthly goals on here, so each sticky note is a different type of goal. This one is writing, this one is conlating, and this one is art. So on this side of each thing is going to be the thing that I want to do that month, or the thing I want to work on, and this, if you can see, it has the word did, so that's going to be what I actually did on the other side of each of these. Basically, it's just, this is what I want to try to do, and this is what I actually did. And that's various things for my monthly goals and stuff, as is kind of another way to extrapolate, quantify, and keep myself accountable to the goals that I want to reach, so I actually achieve them. I already went over this one. And then for the idea page, obviously there's the calculations here right now, but when I actually put it in this notebook, the actual notebook for my definitely put together life, on the first page, the first half of it, the first 13 lines is going to be about writing, and then that's further divided into 4. On this second half of that page, I have video ideas, because one of my goals, obviously, is to publish at least 1 video a month. So I'm just going to write down various ideas I have for my videos here. One of them is the one that I'm filming right now, woo! Art idea side of it, it has its own little page because art takes up a lot of space. So basically, I had to do some measuring and calculations again. So each of these little grids will be 2 1/4 along the length, 1 5/16 here. So that's basically how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do like a little, woo, that's what I'm drawing that month, I guess, yeah. Is what each of these pages looks like. So let's get into the notebook thing. This is a time lapse. While you're watching the time lapse, I'm going to tell you a couple things. First thing is that I changed the function of the day page slightly. So instead of it being a daily to-do list of all of the creative things I wanted to do that day, it's just an all-encompassing to-do list. So whatever homework I need to work on, whatever chores I need to do, and as well as whatever creative things I want to do that day. How have my goals gone? Not great. So I'm recording this voiceover in the 4th week of January, and in the entire month of January, I haven't kept track of how many steps I've been taking at all. I've worked out the first 2 weeks of January, and that's it. I also screwed myself over for writing because I didn't have everything outlined, apparently, so I haven't been adding to my word count for the past 2 weeks. I haven't worked on art since the 1st week of January, and I'm barely getting this video out before February, so my goals are going great, but I suppose that reflects reality. The one thing I will say is that I haven't really been using the month page as I thought I would, and daily to-do lists are very helpful. I'm squatting on my wall in front of my calendar for you. I hope you appreciate. So, how's the notebooking gone? I don't use the month page at all, I barely use the week page, and I changed the function of the day page 2 days into using it. So, a better attempt than previously. And that is, of course, because I'm actually using the notebook, and it's helping me as well. It's not just existing for the sake of existing. It's helping me accomplish the things I want to accomplish, even if it's just homework, because homework is my life whenever it comes back around. It's, yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say, partially because my arm is extremely tired from holding up my phone already. And if you want to use this notebook method, feel free. It's on the internet, so obviously it's a free game. And I hope your year is better than last year, which is already questionable. So, yeah. Okay, bye.